Hey, I'm Alex Raffle from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And today we are playing through DC Superheroes United. We'll be diving into the DC game. We'll be playing specifically against Cheetah over here, which was a very requested villain for us to face off against. I believe currently Dice Tower as well as Man vs. Meeple have a gameplay against the Joker, in case you want to see that. I believe One Stop Co-op Shop has a gameplay against, not the Joker, the Lex Luthor, and then there's Cheetah and Darkseid left. I do plan on doing another gameplay with Darkseid. We'll see if that does or doesn't happen. It might be a solo. We'll figure out. There may be another gameplay. But in the meantime, we're playing against the Cheetah today. If you're not already familiar, DC Superheroes United is kind of built on the Marvel United sequence, the Marvel United series of games from CMON. This is going to be in the DC universe instead. I should note, especially because we have done sponsored content with CMON in the past, this is not a sponsored video. They sent us the game, and we want to go ahead and dive into it and use our characters to destroy the Cheetah, basically.
We want to win.
Speaking of our characters, Meg, who are you playing as today?
The Batman.
The Batman. Is it the Batman?
I mean, it is to...
It is the Batman now.
Let us know, but it's the Batman.
The Batman.
Correct?
And I'm playing as the Wonder Woman. It's not the Wonder Woman.
It's not.
I know.
Not the same.
I know. It's not at all the same. I'm playing as Wonder Woman, which I felt was obligatory considering we're playing against the Cheetah over here. And so we will be diving into this gameplay. Now, I will note Cheetah in particular is a little hard against a two-player game because Cheetah's big thing is that if you move into her space and there's not another hero present, she just runs away to the next threat. Which means in order to kill her, you have to either take out all the threats or slowly corral her into a place where she now jumps into place with the hero, and at that point you can start going ahead and beating up on her. But that in a two-player game in particular, with less heroes on the board, that's going to require a lot of planning to take her out. The good news is she only has 6 health, so we'll see what we can do on that side. Is there anything else to dive into before we start? We will be using equipment. Oh, actually, a few things. So we're using equipment over here. Equipment is something that was introduced in the Marvel United Multiverse, I believe. Yeah, we had starting hand cards that were introduced in the Marvel United X-Men, which we have those. We have equipment, which were introduced in the Marvel United Multiverse. And then we also have new cards that you may or may not see in play, depending on what shows up in our hands. There's new cards entering the timeline. I will not be doing a full rules overview before we dive into it, because Marvel United has been around for a while, but I will be walking through what's happening as it's happening. The basic idea is we need to make sure that we don't lose, which generally results in her running out of cards in her timeline or our heroes running out of cards. And we need to take her out before that happens.
Thanks.
To that end, we also need to go ahead and we need to defeat thugs on various locations and fill up these cards. We need to rescue civilians or clear threats. Once we've done 2 of these, she's vulnerable to damage and we can start attacking her. But we're going to start with a villain turn. We're going to start with a villain turn on the timeline. The Cheetah is going to move counterclockwise to the next location with any heroes, which would be great later because of the fact that we can hit her, but right now we can't hurt her regardless. Or instead, if she were under pressure, she would do a different effect instead. Under pressure is when a villain has 2 of these objectives done, and they'll start when they have 1 of these cards done over here, we're going to start activating under pressure instead. But in the meantime, she's going to put a few tokens out on the board, so we need to put tokens out on these spots over here. 2 on this spot, which is already setting us up for overflow, but then 1 in each adjacent location, and she's immediately going to hit 1 of us for 2 and 1 of us for 1, which is a great way to start off the game. I can take the hit if you want. I'm fine either way. I can take one of us taking 2, one of us taking 1. So do you want to take 2 damage or 1 damage?
1 damage.
Okay, great. I'll take 2 damage. I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards. These will go under your deck. They're not lost yet.
I'm going to use my armored gauntlets to ignore it.
Ooh.
But I have to flip. So.
Oh, I should do that. I'm going to go ahead and do the same. I'm going to use my Bracelet of Submission. Ignore 1 damage dealt to any hero in your location. So I'm going to ignore 1 damage and keep a card. Recharge, forfeit 2 gained. Okay. Interesting. Move to your location, you may bring another hero. Ooh, that's useful. That could be useful. Anyways, that is basically that, which means, do you want to go first or second?
I can go first.
Go for it.
We're
going to track the timeline. Normally, if you're playing Marvel United or DC United, you'd be tracking a full timeline around the board. We're going to be tracking the cards over here just so it's easier to follow them all in this camera angle.
Alright, so I'm going to play this first, the world's greatest detective, to use it for its ability.
Okay.
So I get to look at the top 2 cards.
Okay.
And then put them back in any order.
Look at the top 2 cards of the Master Plan deck, put them back in any order. Oh, that's
No, sorry, I think it's the same order.
Put them back in the same order. Okay.
I think I just get to know. Which, I don't know, co-op.
It's helpful to know.
Together.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so this is the next one.
Move 0 and bam.
So she's going to bam where she is?
If she's going to bam where she is, we just have to make sure to move.
Yeah, she's going to do it twice.
Move counterclockwise to the next location and bam. Okay, good. Good.
Okay. So there's that. And I was going to do something different, but now I guess I'm going to run away.
Run away, run away,
So,
run away with me.
I don't know. Are we worried about this place? Are you able to take one of the henchmen out?
What was she doing again? She was going to put nothing down that location, so we're not worried at all.
But if we're leaving it, we should take a henchman out. Are you able to do
I
that?
am not able to.
Alright, then I'll do that too. I don't want to, but I'm going to. So I'm going to use my battering to punch. Oh, it says... Okay, so wait. First, I'm going to use my cape wings. Mm-hmm. I'm using every single thing on the first turn.
Seems legit.
I'm going to use my cape wings to go to over here. And flip this face down. And then I'm going to use my battering to punch over here. And then also flip this over. So I will get one of these henchmen.
Okay.
One of the thugs. And that is my turn.
Did you use a save? Did you use did you use the symbol?
I did not, because we are in the hideout in the dark. Heroes starting their turn in this location must ignore one action symbol at the bottom of their hero card.
That was a bad place to start.
It really was. Did we choose that?
We
No.
technically didn't look closely enough, so technically I didn't pay attention. Do we want to shift it?
No, it's fine. I moved. I left.
Okay. Okay. So that is there. So then, that's your turn. I'm going to go ahead and take a turn. So, I will go ahead and I guess we'll get rid of these cards because we need some safe places
These
right
are all that same one.
So, I'm going to draw a card. Did you draw a card at the start of your turn?
I did not.
You always draw a card at the start of your turn, which is always a bit confusing because you would think it's not the start of your turn. We have that, and then I need to make sure to move. I need to make sure to move, which is tricky because I don't want there. Ending their turn in this location take a damage. This is terrible. This setup is starting off pretty aggressively bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Good thing we're two of the most powerful superheroes the world has ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly the way I would do that. Okay. Use on your turn, move to any location. That's not helpful. We need to get rid of these cards.
Yeah, it's rough.
Okay. Let's go ahead and play this card over here. We're going to ignore one of the symbols on the bottom of my card, and we will go ahead and ignore this one. We'll move over here, and then place down a token, a star token, from this one over here. And we're ignoring our, this symbol over here. It's not great, honestly.
Yeah,
it's
but
not great.
helping.
Okay, that's my turn. And then it's back to your turn. In general, in DC United, you're going to be using the symbols on the bottom of your card and the bottom of your adjacent card. So I got to use this as well.
I believe it's her turn?
It's, no.
Every two
Nope.
cards?
Every 3 cards until she's under pressure.
Okay. Well then, we're doing okay-ish. I want to fill this up then.
We need some clear spots. Basically, the 2 cards in play, they only have 2. There's Huntress Hideout and Huntress Hideout in the Dark. Huntress Hideout's going to do a damage if we end there, and Hideout in the Dark's doing a damage if we start there, which means there's nowhere safe for us right now.
So I believe I can, it's at the bottom of the hero cards, though, that I can ignore one of your symbols?
At the bottom of the hero cards, yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay, so I'm going to play Batman.
Okay.
So that one is going to let me recharge. I'm not going to take the thing because I'm going to recharge 2 of these, which I believe...
You used all your equipment already?
That's what I said after we all turned 1, and you said, yeah, sure. And I was
like,
focusing. No, you don't understand.
Did you draw at the start of the turn?
But it's because I had that card. I did not. Okay. So, I'm going to ignore the fist.
Okay.
The other one's a wild.
Oh, we have
Correct?
such a problem. We have such a problem right now. Alright, sorry, go ahead. This is a wild, yes.
So I'm just going to do both of these.
Okay, so both the wilds?
The wild and then the one from your
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
I'm going to ignore the fist.
Okay. And so we get some progress there. Beautiful. So this is done now.
Yep.
So this is going to go over here, which gives us a little bit of room to breathe, which is great because we need room to breathe.
Ooh, end of turn. If you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw a card.
Oh, that's going to be helpful
I
for
have
me.
3.
And then she goes ahead and takes her turn. So she's going to draw the next card. We already know what's coming, and it's already bad for us in so many ways. She's going to do 0 and bam. And we kind of knew this was coming and then still messed up a little bit on it. Let's move these cards up a bit. Basically, she's going to put down 2 tokens in both adjacent locations, which is going to cause overflow. So we're going to have 2 instances of overflow, which is just not great for us.
Oh, Alex.
Yes.
Because we did know that was coming.
Yeah.
I refreshed this. I could have punched again this turn.
Then go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
That seems legit.
I'll do that and punch that one.
Because we did know that was coming.
Yeah.
So we're going to have only 1 instance of overflow. Deal 1
Wait,
damage
no. Tell me you're putting things on here.
Yep. I have not been because I haven't done anything yet. Over here, down over here, this is going to overflow, which means we're going to deal 1 damage to one hero in the overflowed location and each adjacent one. So at least no damage there.
Okay.
But if the other location would have been much worse.
Okay.
Okay, that was her turn. And then she moves 0 and she bams her a spot, but that does nothing because there's no one there to bam. Which means now it's my turn. And I believe I'm going to use my Lasso of Truth over here to get rid of this bad card. Lasso of Truth, using your turn. If the villain is in your or an adjacent location, look at the top card. You may place it at the bottom, then turn this face down. I specifically want to get rid of this card because this is where she's going to charge to us and bam us. And that seems bad. So granted, we are getting a wild card, which isn't necessarily better, but better possibly.
What did you do that with?
My Lasso of Truth.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, and in the meantime, I can now go ahead and go using your wild to do things. So the tricky part is, we don't know what she's going to do right now. That's the tricky part. That's the tricky part. But what's the best thing for me to do? Did I draw a card? I did not draw a card.
Well, there you go. That's going to change everything.
It may not change as much as you think, but we could do some things. The question is, what's she going to do next, and how bad is the situation we're in right now?
Let's get rid of some of these threats.
So I kind of want to, but I need to. That's not going to be helpful. That's not going to be helpful. I'll do the following. I think I'll go ahead and just rescue 2 civilians and just buy us some time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to rescue 2 civilians. I'll buy some time, but also I'm giving you 2 symbols in case you can benefit from it. I'm going to take these 2 guys, put it here, and now because I'm in this location and I end my turn with 1 or 2 cards in my hand, I draw a card, which basically means I'm healing effectively as far as the game is concerned. And now it's your turn. Oh, wait, no, I have a wild. I have a wild symbol. Ooh. I guess I would use that to rescue the 3rd civilian because I didn't think through that too much.
Well, couldn't you have moved and put 2 here?
I could. I could do that.
Because then I can try to take
Yeah,
care of
I
it.
guess that makes sense. But we're leaving this place completely overwhelmed. But I guess so.
Whatever.
Whatever. So I will move here with the wild. I'll put 2 down there instead. So we are changing that a little bit. But you have to come help it before I start my turn there.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Sounded really, really comforting. Do you have a movement somewhere?
Yeah.
You start your turn and you draw a card.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Everything's fine now.
Everything's fine. You didn't have a movement? Did you not have a movement?
I didn't have a movement. An extra movement.
Okay. Well then.
Alright, so... Oh, wait. Okay, so I'll play this.
Okay. How are you moving
Because
now?
I have my cape wings.
Oh, great. Okay.
Alright, but I have 3 stars, so I could... How about we save 2 from here?
Okay. Seems reasonable enough.
And then I'll move.
Okay.
And save a 3rd. Oops. That was funny. And then I will spend my cape wings to do the final movement symbol here.
Okay. We're done on that.
Spending all my stuff again.
It's fine. It's fine. We clear a threat over here. And we move this card. What
Beautiful.
ability do we have unlocked?
You may rescue 1... End of turn, you can rescue a civilian from this location.
That's
so I will
pretty good.
certainly do that.
Yeah.
Because that would happen now, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. See, look it. And we cleared out here anyway.
We're doing great. We're doing great. Maybe.
Honestly, you probably could have stayed here and I didn't even need you.
You need...
I needed your card. That was a good card.
That's fair. It would have worked out. You're right.
It was the card that
She
I
made me
needed.
move for nothing. So I did the right thing, and you corrected it poorly.
But we're safer together.
Yeah. She hits both of us at once. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's fun. I like this one. What is this ability over here? That's fun. That's fun. We can work with this. Okay, so what are we trying to do? We have a spot where if we end their turn there, we take 1 damage. Now, you currently gave me a star and a thing there, which means I kind of wish...
How much are we allowed to table talk strategize?
As much as we want.
We're allowed to just say what we have?
Yeah, absolutely.
This isn't like a...
I think so.
Okay, well, I have this card as Batman called
Weird how it doesn't say the Batman.
Called Master Martial Artist. And it says this turn you can treat punch on the previous hero card as double. So I think we should wait, but if you have a double punch, for me that would be 4 punch. So, I think you should hold on to it though until
I'm going to hold on to it, but keep in mind that if we hold on to it too long, we might get these cards in the bottom of our deck. That's something to be mindful of.
We need to make her vulnerable.
I might just... I can move to any location as well. I could drag you with me too.
Oh, that'd be fun.
This could be... Well, let's not do that yet for a second. So right now, I have double movement and star. So I could use my invisible jet to get over here. And then take out this hide on the dark card again.
Oh, cool. You have an invisible jet?
Invisible jet, yeah, to move to any location. And if I do that, we can just straight up take out this card. Is that worth it right now?
Yeah, because then we're only 1 away.
So, I'm going to use my invisible jet to move to this location, and you are welcome to join me. You do not have to. You're welcome to join me. Up to you. You may bring another hero, then turn this card face down. So you
I'll
get to
stay
decide.
here and go that way.
Okay. Then I'm going to play Lasso of Truth to be able to recharge my Bracelets of Submission. No, to recharge my Lasso of Truth over here. And I'm going to go ahead, attach the stun token, recharge your Lasso of Truth. I'm going to use...
Have we been doing this? Any henchmen entering play in this?
There are no henchmen. We don't have any henchmen right now.
Oh, I was thinking...
Oh, these are
them,
henchmen.
But they're
henchmen.
thugs. No, they're thugs.
The thugs, yes.
I think you're right.
Yes. Alright, so over here we have Wonder Woman over here. She's going to use 1, 2, 3 to immediately clear this card. That's going to be our third card. And we've done the third one of these. So we're doing great on the threats because we kind of
And
need
look
to.
at you can gain a fight token.
Fight token! And your ability is cards or tokens too?
On the previous hero card.
Does not count at all. That's my turn. Which means now we're going to go ahead and see what she does, which is probably not going to be great, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and find out.
Batman!
Move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. So,
You know what you can probably do, Alex?
Go
Is
ahead.
if you slide these up just to be like that, then you can have like the active row.
Yeah.
I like
Alright,
that
so we're going to place this out over here.
Wait, so why did she move to me?
Because she moves clockwise to the next location with any heroes.
Uh-huh.
And that's you.
Hi.
Then she's going to go ahead and put down 2 thugs at your location, as well as 1 thug at each adjacent location. And she's going to bam you. She's going to deal 2 damage to you.
2?
2 damage. No one says she's fun. I mean, she's fun, but no one says she's nice.
Okay, well, I'm holding on to that card, hoping that whatever I draw is going to get me out of this.
Did I
But
draw
would I
a card
have
to start my
a
turn? I don't think I
star?
drew a card. I couldn't have drawn a card. Because I should have 3 cards in my hand. I should have... Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. End of turn. If you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand. Yeah, I should have 3 cards in my hand.
Is it my turn?
Yes, and you start by drawing a card.
Yeah. Okay. If you're about to begin...
Ooh, we got a fun new card type. You may... I don't know when you'll see it, but we have a
Yeah,
fun
I'll
new card
try
type.
it. So I'm going to play Indomitable Will.
Okay.
So this will stay in play for me, and if I'm about to be KO'd during a villain turn, flip this card to avoid discarding your last card. You are not KO'd, draw 1 card instead.
So this is a new card type. These are going to be cards that go on the timeline that have effects. Either ongoing effects, or in this case, flippable effects. You flip the card to benefit from the effect. And in the meantime, you're going to have 1 star and 1 thingy.
I'm in trouble. I can't leave.
You don't have to leave. Or you can't leave. You mean that you can't leave.
Should I play my other card instead that I wouldn't get the double fist stuff?
I think the double fist thing is pretty cool.
I know. Should I put this under my deck and just hope I get it later when she's
That's a
vulnerable?
possibility, especially doing enough
Because I
damage
had a
to you.
different... I was between this one.
That's up to you.
I was between keeping that one and that one.
That's up to
so
you.
I could just...
Getting it back is better than wasting it.
Okay. Alright, well I'm going to put it second to last on the bottom. Okay, so then I'm going to play this one
Okay.
instead so I can move.
Okay, so we're getting this card. We're not seeing the cool card. You
We're
didn't
not
see
seeing
it.
the cool card
It does not
yet.
exist.
Alright, so I have a move, a punch, and a star. So I will take out this guy. And she generally moves counterclockwise, right?
So far, yes. Clockwise.
Oh,
Start
I
by
would take a
clockwise.
damage up there. And I wanted to draw. So I'm going to move here, and then I will also save this person.
Great. So we
Alright.
get these over here. We can start making progress on those.
And I get to draw a card.
And then I draw a card to start my turn. End of turn. If you have 1 or 2 cards, you draw a card.
I just did.
Oh, they just did. Alright. I have the following. That's interesting. Okay, I could do that. That could be useful, but I don't know if I care about that right now. What are we trying to do? We have... I'm over here.
We gotta get one more thing.
We do need to get one more thing, but that over here, 2 stars would do that. So I need to line up some stars. Do you have any stars you can play for me on your next turn?
Not like super, but kind of.
Okay. So here's what I can do. You have the double punch, you got rid of it. You got rid of the
I
double
got
punch.
rid of it.
Oh, am I holding on to my double punch for this? I can't do that.
Yeah, don't. You'll probably get another one. You probably have
Okay.
2.
So I could do that. Double movement, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
I need a stars situation. I need double star situation.
I
Star
want to
or-
punch her so bad.
I'm going to use double punch over here. We're going to use triple punch. So 1, 2, 3, and hit and move. So I could move here and just take damage, which is not the end of the world. It sets me up well for being able to do stuff, I guess.
You also have a token.
Yeah, I know. That's the tricky part. So I'm going to use triple punch on these 3 over here. And then we'll just move, I guess.
Put them here.
Yes, that seems reasonable.
You keep doing that.
I
and
keep
I'm like,
doing
ah!
that. Yep. And then I will move over here where I'm going to take damage, but like I guess it's fine. We're going to move here and take some damage. We're going to end my turn there and take damage, and we will discard to the bottom of my deck.
Okay.
And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, which means it's your turn.
Okay. Okay. Alright. This might be helpful-ish.
Maybe.
What exactly do we want?
We want to clear a threat and defeat thugs or rescue civilians, one or the other. Once we do that, we need to take her out, and she has 6 health. We're doing fine enough for right now, but we'll see how this goes.
Okay. So I'm gonna play Wayne Enterprises.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a wild token from the pool to any hero.
Beautiful.
I can give it to myself.
I would argue you are any hero.
Sorry, because I want it to recharge my stuff later. Alright, so then I also have a move, a star, and 2 punches. Unfortunately, movement for me is just not... It's like kind of a waste.
You have a wild.
Oh, I do have a wild. Yeah, so if I... Should I move up to you?
I got this one on my own, I think. Especially now that you gave me that.
Well, then where would I go? I think we should stick together. There's so many people on your spot.
By all means, then. Whatever you need. You have 2 hits. You could move into her spot and hope she moves.
Yeah, that's scary.
She already had a 0 movement, so like how many zeros does she have in her deck? Let's be honest.
Okay, here. I'm gonna use this for movement, I guess, even though I hate that. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use one of the punches here before I leave. Okay. So I'll punch, move, and then move.
And star punch.
And star punch.
Can you punch this?
Yeah.
Wait.
Should I star it too?
Yeah. No, star is fine.
Okay.
I'm good on stars.
Alright. And then I take
a damage.
Okay. Everything's fine.
That's how I feel. She's going to go right now. Cheetah's going to go ahead and go. We're going to move our card row up over here so we can get a little more visibility on this table. And let's see what we got. So we got a new card coming out, and it will be Cheetah. Move clockwise to the next location with the hero with the most face-up cards with special effects in the storyline if possible. I mean, technically none of us have special effects. Interesting. So this is interesting. I don't know how this works yet. Does she not move? Move clockwise to the next location with the hero with the most face-up cards with special effects in the storyline if possible. I would argue 0 is still most, but she says if possible.
I think she would still move to us.
We're going to move her to us. This could be wrong. The if possible part is throwing me off because I think over here specifically this wouldn't happen. I think she wouldn't move.
I wonder if the if possible is just if she's already on their spot, then you don't have to move her.
That's possible. I'm not sure. This is a potentially inconsistent. Might be wrong about this one. But we have Void Wind. One hero on the shield's location takes damage equal to the number of their face-up cards with special effects in the storyline, which are none of us.
So I would say she probably moves to us and then no damage.
Yep. Well, the tricky part is right now it doesn't make a significant difference. It will make a difference with her special rules over there. Mm-hmm. But it actually might not. We'll see. And then she's putting out 2 on each side over here. So we got 2 more of these, which is very helpful to have the thugs back in play because we need to kill them to actually win. Okay. That is
We're almost there.
We're getting close to achieving things, but we'll see how this goes.
Right. We're overwhelmed, but we at least are working toward our goals.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and recharge my invisible jet over here with this one. So I'm going to recharge my invisible jet, and then we will use our double star from these 2 to clear this Huntress hideout.
Lovely.
Which means this is going to be gone. That's gone, that threat. We now have that is done, so this card's cleared. So now we're going to go slide these down. She now acts after every 2 cards instead, unfortunately. That's the downside of what we just did. Then we are going to still have a movement over here. This one is, in this location has any empty, you may fill it with 1 crisis token to gain... Oh, I don't want to do that at all. No. I think I will move clockwise over here and grab a fight token. So I have 2 of these lined up because those could be very helpful. Although, do you have enough damage to deal?
I got
damage?
Really.
Nothing?
Okay. I mean, I have a little bit of damage.
Is it helpful for me to spend 1 of my fight tokens taking out a person? Because after the second card, she's vulnerable.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
So I should spend it.
I can't attack her, but I could probably kill one.
Okay, so I'll hold off then. Okay. Very good. And then I can draw a card at the start of my turn, which I keep forgetting to do.
I mean, if you kill both, I can attack her.
I can't kill both because I only get the second token at the end of my turn. Alright, to your turn.
Alright. Okay, so I got another one, which is tactical analysis. During any of your turns, flip this card to flip any master plan card in the storyline.
Interesting. None of the master plan cards are currently bad for us. Sometimes they can be, depending who you're fighting against.
Okay. Alright, so I think I'm going to play this one now, which is that Indomitable Will, which is going to protect me if I go to get hurt now. And I will have a punch and a star. So I think I should just take 2 things out from where I am.
Seems reasonable enough. Okay. Now you could fill this with a crisis token to gain a wild token.
And which one is crisis?
Crisis is going to be one of these.
And what will that do?
It's just filling the spot, I believe. That's all it's doing.
Okay, sure.
I think it's worth it. Yep. And you have that to be able to do what you want. That's the end of turn. And now, unfortunately, Cheetah's going to go. Cheetah's going to go ahead and play. She's going to move clockwise to the next location with the hero with the least cards in hand. How many cards do you have in hand?
1.
Well, she's going to stay the next location with the hero with the least. I always have to know how these work. The next location, I would argue, is me. I think your location is different, so I think she moves to me. She's going to bam me, dealing 2 damage, which means both my cards are going to be gone over here, but I'm not dead yet because I draw cards on my turn.
Would she move off of mine and then I'm...
What's up?
Like, is it that she would go to the next one and I'm the one with the lowest?
That's not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure. It's the next location with the hero with the least cards in hand. Would she stay still is the question. I don't... Let's play it whether she's going to me. I'm not sure. It could be wrong with this.
Because I do have the protection card in play right now. That's the thing. If the thing is the question is if she moves off and is going this way, then are these all available spots? Because then if so, she would go boop boop.
I mean, the protection card does bias me.
Way.
We can put it on yours. Okay. We might be doing this wrong. So I will get my cards back then. Okay. I'll take those 2 back.
And what is she doing?
She's doing 2 damage to you.
Okay, so I'm going to flip that and draw a card.
Next time you're going to be KO'd, flip this card to avoid discarding your last card. You are not KO'd and draw a card instead.
Yeah. Batman.
Alright, and then we're going to accelerate the next villain turn by 1, which is really bad. Which means she's going to operate after 1 turn. Which is really bad. But in the meantime, we have to put out some baddies over here. Some innocent civilians on the 2 adjacent locations. So this location is going to get 1. And this location is going to get 2, but it's going to overflow. So you're going to take a damage from that. So you still take another damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's going directly after my turn now. Okay.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun. We almost got this.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you can do this,
I can.
I think the next card I'm drawing is that like really punchy one.
Okay. Well,
so also you'd have to put punch in play for me.
That's the slight problem. You want punch in play right now? So the problem is you have movement for me. Oh, I don't think I get this right now. I don't think I got the ability on this.
Sorry, I agree.
I don't have that, so I can't move right now without. I can't give you a punch stone because I won't be able to move.
Can't you punch with that?
I could punch, but then I can't give you a punch card.
Oh.
If you want a punch card, I mean,
that's okay. Well, yeah.
Well, I guess I could, actually. I could, in theory. Okay, I can only give you 1 punch, but let's go ahead and slide these up over here. And I'm going to give you a single punch.
Alright.
Did I draw a card? I did not draw a card. Let me draw a card
Draw
first.
a card.
Always start by drawing a card. Doesn't change anything, but I'll still go ahead and give you a single punch over here. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this, and that's going to give you a single punch. I'll use this punch to knock out this, which means she's now vulnerable.
Lovely.
At the very least. And then if we take out this, we'll be able to get a little bit more. And then I'll just stay here and end my turn and get another punch token so that we can start, like, I can, once we get to a point where we can hit her, I'll be able to hit her.
Yeah.
So I'll end my turn.
Well, we can now.
Well, I can't move right now.
Right, but
yes.
now is the time you'll be able to.
Although...
Can you have an invisible jet to her?
Interesting. If this is the villain's starting location, add... Okay, have we been following this properly with moving? And she's been moving to us. When a single hero enters the shield's location and there are no other heroes there, she moves clockwise.
Yeah, we haven't been going to her.
We haven't been going to her. Okay, so I could right now, strictly speaking, I could use my invisible jet to move to her and hit her for 3.
Well,
but I
you
think
took
it's better.
one.
Yeah, so I'll hold on to this. I'll wait the next turn. Okay, great. Done. I could use the Lasso of Truth. She's about to go right now. I'm going to use the Lasso of Truth.
Okay.
So I'm going to use this to look at the top card and see what she's about to do. She's about to move 1 clockwise to me, and bam, hitting me for 2, which I think I'm comfortable with. Are you able to move to my location?
I don't know.
You have a wild. You can move to my location.
We'll find out.
So yeah,
next
I think
time.
I'm going to leave this card as is. I think we're fine. There's not going to be overflow here. It's not going to be overflow here. It's a great card. We'll leave it. Okay, I'm going to end my turn. Then I'm going to go ahead and play this card. And she's going to move 1 to our location.
I think it should go that way.
What do you mean that way?
Sequential. So you're Wonder Woman. that's. The
Oh yes, you're correct. Then she's going to go ahead and bam 2 over here. and then 2 over here. Nothing overflows. We're fine. We're safe.
We're fine.
She is going to ban me, which means both my cards disappear at the bottom of my deck. I'm not knocked out yet. I can still draw cards time return, and it's your turn.
Yay.
Actually, I think I do get knocked out. I think I am knocked out. I believe. Yeah. I get knocked out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'll get knocked out, and I'll draw cards. I'm starting my turn. Your turn. Oh, wait, no. Nope. I got KO'd. Draw a master plan and add it to the storyline.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
So, Cheetah, move clockwise to the next location with any heroes. That's going to be you. Then move clockwise to the next location with no heroes. Oh, she's moving over here. Okay. And then she's going to bam, putting out 2 more tokens. Oh, this is not good. Okay, she's going to bam, putting out 2 tokens over here. And then she's going to bam, putting out 2 tokens over here, which is going to cause overflow, but deal 1 hero damage to the overflow at any adjacent location. So you're going to take a damage. I'm dead right now.
Okay.
It's getting fine. It's getting fine.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. And now we have 2 turns.
We get 2 turns?
Before she goes again.
Okay.
I got KO'd, unfortunately, which is the problem.
Alright, so I'm going to play my Master Martial Artist card.
Okay.
So I will pay this token to move once.
Yep.
And then I will use that to move... Oh, but if I move to her, she's going to move away.
She'll move away.
And then give me my token
Yeah.
back.
I can set us up for success, but she'll go in between things.
Alright, wait. Let me think about the card I... Can I have that card back and let me think about this for a second then?
It's a reasonable thing to think about.
I'm going to have put this one under then. Because I think it's just not worth saving. Okay. So... I'm going to play this one instead, Tactical Analysis, which will give me a token. Okay.
No, not a token, you get a wild.
Sure. And then I could flip one of her cards, but it doesn't matter. Does it?
No. It won't matter.
Okay. So, I'm going to use the punch from you.
Okay, that's right, you get a punch.
And then I'm going to use...
You can rescue a civilian and get another wild.
No. I'm going to use that wild.
Okay.
To move here. I meant to have done this at the beginning of... Well, I meant to have done this now that I was rethinking everything. But I can use this to recharge something at the beginning of my turn. So I'm going to do that so that I can flip this to punch an adjacent location. I can just punch her.
Go ahead. Hit her for 1. Beautiful.
Okay. And then I'll gain a token at the end of my turn.
Beautiful. Okay. The tricky part now is going to be catching her. That's the tricky part. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. I'm going to stand back up.
That's why I like that I can spend this again to recharge this, and I can keep punching from 1 away with my battering.
That is helpful, but she has 6 health.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to think about this. Because I can use the invisible jet to get ahead of her, but it's not enough to really do anything. Right now we have a wild, and we have a movement. If I enter her location, she just runs away. So I think what we have to do... How does it work? When a single hero enters the Cheetah's location... Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. My invisible jet brings me with you. I don't have to worry about that at all.
With you.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's not a single hero. Yeah. I just walk into her spot.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so then in that case, you have... I mean, this is going to be a little anticlimactic after that turn, but if you're ready for this, we're going to play this over here. We're going to use our invisible jet to move both of us into her zone.
Woohoo!
She won't retreat. I'll use wild, 1, 2, 3 punch.
Oh, that's
and
a lot.
deal 5 damage to her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But if I hadn't batterings that one...
She'd be alive. And she'd run away and cause mayhem and havoc. And I believe we just took her out. That's the... I guess it makes sense that the invisible jet would counter the cheetah. That is thematically appropriate. Good job, Simon. Even if it's overpowered, but it's a good job, at least appropriate in terms of thematicness. That's it. That is a gameplay of DC United. DC Superheroes United. We will try to have another gameplay for you facing off against... Who's the big bad again?
The other big bad.
The other big bad. No, he has a name.
It's not Berserk.
It's Darkseid. Darkseid. We'll be facing off against Darkseid in another video, hopefully. But in the meantime, this should keep you busy until then. This has been a gameplay of DC Superheroes United. I will have review coverage for you at some point. I just need a few more plays under my belt. I've played a lot of Marvel United, but I should play this one more before I cover it.
Impressions after this game?
Oh, okay, fine.
Light impressions?
Light impressions. I mean, it's basically Marvel United, both a DC superheroes theme. It continues the trend of the Marvel United series that every single time they do it, they add something new. I like the idea of the flippable tactics cards in the timeline over here, as well as the Superman has a few that are going to be like ongoing cards. Like Superman over here, if we find his cards, you know, he has a card. I don't know how many
like
heroes.
persistent.
Yeah, so he has flight. You know, this is ongoing. You may treat any of the rescue and thingies at the bottom of the heroes as if they're movement.
That's pretty cool.
So like he just once you place flight, he can just move. He can just move around the boards. That's a very cool concept to power him up in a different way.
I did feel that the items were a bit more specific and a bit more catered toward the characters with this.
Yeah. Did you play Multiverse at all?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
like,
believe I had Spider-Man with his things.
don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah.
But that idea of they've been slowly leaning more and more towards heroes feeling distinct through. At first, they just had a handful of cards where 3 were unique. Then they started adding, you know, starting hand cards. So you're guaranteed to see certain cards. Then they added equipment. Now they're adding ongoing cards. I do like this trend of making things more and more unique. There's a part of me that will always be sad that some of the original stuff was not nearly that unique. So like now, if I'm playing Iron Man, I feel like a random character, and if I'm playing Superman, I actually feel like it matters. So there's that downside, but I'm still a fan of forward progress. But for me, the biggest thing is going to come down. One of the reasons I want to play more characters is, honestly, the heroes have never been thematically, I love the heroes in these games. But to me, the villains have always been more interesting. How the villains operate. The puzzle of like, oh, Cheetah's going to be running away from us. How do we deal with that? And honestly, accumulating a bunch of tokens to be able to have a single powerful turn, because otherwise she's constantly running, that does work. So having Gotham City in play, honestly, Gotham City combined with Wonder Woman, that's why we're able to do this. We wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. So, but finding those combinations is where I appreciate these games. So for me, I'd say my first impressions, and I honestly don't imagine my review is going to change much from this has everything I like about Marvel United. It has a few new things in terms of the cards, and past that, I'm just here for more things in the IP that I enjoy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do feel the item cards are getting better and better developed with this. But yeah, other than that, it's a DC version.
Gotta block those bullets. Yeah. Dad, you snickered.
No.
You snickered. With that, we're going to go ahead and end this. That has been your gameplay of DC Superheroes United. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And have a good one.
Bye.